This is Rahul Kamir with Punch Out Boxing. I'm with the Axeman, bradaxe. Brad, first time because you're about to make your pro debut on Johnny Clark's 27th of April show. So, can you just tell us a bit about yourself, your amateur background, what you achieved, why you turned pro, and what we can look forward to?
Yeah, so Bradley Axe, 27 years old, like I say, just turned pro. Signed with One Empire Management, Jamie Sheldon as my manager, Carl Ellis as my trainer. Um, yeah, excited to make my debut. I've had 53 amateur bouts, won a few regional titles, including the UK Armed Forces Elite title. Um, yeah, and you can look forward to seeing an explosive start to my debut on the top tier show on 27th.
Oh, interesting. UK forces. So you're a soldier.
Well, I'm in the RAF, so I'm actually a firefighter in the RAF at the minute. I'm in an instructor role at the Fire Service College, teaching defence fire courses across all of defence. So yeah, it's busy doing that as well as obviously still training and stuff now. Um, but I'll reap the benefits in a few years' time when I start winning titles.
Yes, indeed, and yeah, great work helping the RF keep those fires out. So thanks for that. Yeah, well, stylistically, what can we expect of you?
On the 27th, I want to put on a big display. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, I'm going to come out and blast them out in the first round," but I'm going to put on a dominant display, and you'll see what the Axeman's all about.
And what weight class can we see you operating at?
Middleweight, middleweight. I'm going to be boxing out. Obviously, middleweights as a division in Britain at the minute is absolutely flying. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to be mixing it with the best in a few years' time.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure you've seen some of those fights of late, some bangers we had, like that British title fight, for example. Have you managed to get any sparring in with any of the top names?
Uh, I've had some great sparring all about. Obviously, my coach is an England coach as well, so he knows a lot of the top amateur boys that I've done lots of rounds with. But just to name drop a little bit, Kieran Conway, done some good rounds with him. Bit of an eye opener to the world level, but yeah, good rounds, and we're always learning. We're always developing and getting better. So yeah, exciting stuff.
Yeah, it can only help you, even to know how much you need to improve, right? Um, all right, and tell us some of your fighting heroes. Anyone that you try and emulate or that you really admire?
So my whole career, really, I've always idolised Canelo Alvarez. Watched videos of like best bits and stuff of him, and yeah, I like to try and think with my head movement. Obviously, he is one of the greatest of all time, but I like to think with my style and I hit hard. I've got a good head movement, and if I was going to imitate anyone, it would be him.
Not a bad fighter to try and emulate.
Try.
So just on the UK middleweight scene, as you said, it's really flying. Um, well, we'll start with like the level that you're probably going to aspire to initially. How long do you think it'll be before you might be ready for, say, 10 rounders? Do you want to move fast? Do you think you might need a few fights against journeymen?
So I was looking at coming it straight into a six rounder, but just because of the spacing on the show and stuff, it ended up being a four. But after this, I'll definitely be looking at going into a six rounder. Um, I don't want to be messing about having four, five, four rounders and then having to build up from there. If I can get straight into a six after this, uh, do a couple of six rounders, and then get up to an eight, and then yeah, see where it goes from there. But um, obviously, we're still working on. I am my life's busy, but if it can all move in the right direction, a couple of years, I'll be ready for an area title.
All right, fantastic. As I mentioned, there was that great British middleweight fight between Brad Pauls and Nathan Heaney. Did you watch the fight?
Yeah, I watched it. It was good to watch. Stylistically, a little bit of a clash maybe, but and it went to a draw, which I don't know. I won't sit here and say my opinion, but yeah, maybe it shouldn't have gone that way. But yeah, good fight, and it's interesting to watch them and think that in a few years that's where I'm going to be.
Yeah, can only inspire. A couple of our boys have operated at the world level. Obviously, Denzel Bentley, he's fighting Dignam, the two Janibek victims. That's one. That one's coming up. Hamza Shiraz. All the talk is he's going to Saudi Arabia for that clash with the Matchroom hot shot. Ammo Williams. How do you see those two going?
Yeah, really well. Hamza Shiraz in particular, dangerous middleweight. Like, yeah, hopefully he'll move up by the time I get to that stage because he's different grave, I think. But yeah, the whole middleweight division is absolutely flying. Even if you look at guys that have just turned over last year, like Jimmy Sains, George Liddard, um, Joe Bartel. He's been pro for a few years now, but it's flying, and I'm looking forward to be mixing it with these big names.
Yeah, some of those names you mentioned have been out a couple of times now. I've seen a few of them. Yeah, the division is going to be buzzing. All right, cool. Looks like you got any sponsors that you want to thank?
Yeah, so One Empire Management there, my management team. Um, Empire Asbestos, they obviously come along with Empire, they sponsor me. And then a few on the back, if I turn around, we've got Quick Nutrition, they do my meal prep. Um, Cyprus Villa Retreats, so I recently went out to Cyprus and had a training camp out there. Um, the Wood Company, they give me X amount of money a month to cover training costs. And H&J Renovations, again, same. They give me X amount of money per month to help with training costs, fuel costs, and yeah, just the general living of training camp.
Very important. Those sponsors keep you guys fighting. Cool. All right. I mean, on your debut, just lastly, Vasif Mamedov is one of the best journeymen on the circuit. Very few people get him out of there. So you're looking to make a statement by.
Definitely, yeah. Like I say, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm definitely going to stop him, but I know I've got what it takes. I know he's been in there with some good names, and he's taken them the distance. So if he takes me a distance, regardless of it, I know I'll be getting the job done, and I know for a fact that I'll be able to put on a dominant display and show everyone that spent their hard-earned money to come and watch me box who I am and what I'm here to do.
All right. Can't wait for it. Brad, pleasure meeting you for the first time. We look forward to seeing your career kick off.